What's going on, Jet fans? Matt O'Leary back with another video. Today we're going to talk some Khalil Herbert and Tanner Engstrand making a bold claim about the New York Jets offense. You might notice something a little different. The neon light's not working behind me, so a little bit annoying, obviously, but we're going to power through. Tech problems in the studio, but we are getting through. All right, let's get into the Jets signing Khalil Herbert after placing Braylon Allen on IR. Now, Khalil Herbert, through the first 3 years in his career, was really efficient for the Chicago Bears. He averaged 4.2, 5.7, and 4.6 yards per carry. Last year, he bounced back between Chicago and Cincinnati. He bounced back and forth, and he averaged just 3.6 yards per carry on only 36 rushes. He doesn't really have a ton of mileage on him, which I think you could spin that as a positive. Just 400 attempts in his career. He can catch a little bit of out of the backfield. I think this is an intriguing signing. Not that, Khalil Herbert's going to come in here and save the New York Jets season, but you have Breece Hall, you have Isaiah Davis, who you like. They needed someone to kind of hold down the fort. And I think Khalil Herbert can serve as the running back 3. Maybe you work him up to speed over the course of the next couple of weeks, because unfortunately for Braylon Allen, he's missing at least 4 weeks. It's probably in that 4 to 6 range. So they're going to need an additional back, and you just got to pray that one of the guys in front of him doesn't necessarily get hurt, because that would really, I think, derail the Jets offense, which honestly has been playing okay recently. Another underrated part of his game, 36 career kick returns. So the Jets have been going through the rotation. They've had Kene Nwanu. He got hurt in week 1. Xavier Gipson. He got cut after week 1. Isaiah Williams, who fumbled and also made a fair catch at the 2-yard line in this past game against the Miami Dolphins. And it's maybe something that the Jets could use Khalil Herbert for going forward. Guys, think you know football? Try your hand at Sleeper. Here are my Sleeper picks for the week. Just download the Sleeper app and pick more or less on all your favorite players. I did it for the Jets game coming up against the Cowboys with more stats than any other daily fantasy app. Just choose 2 or more of your favorite players from pregame, or you could do it live during the game. Pick more or less on the predicted stats, and you could win up to 1,000 times your money. If your picks win, use promo code O'Leary, and you'll get up to a $100 match on your first deposit. They're running a new offer. There's a free $20 no deposit required promo that's going on right now. So sign up using promo code O'Leary. Terms and conditions apply. That wasn't the only bit of Jets news today. Both the offensive and defensive coordinators spoke. We'll start with Tanner Engstrand, who made a bold claim on the Jets offense.
Watch the tape. Watch the tape. There's a lot of good stuff on that tape. There's a lot of good things on that tape from all the different positions. And then we say, just like we've been talking about, we got to eliminate the turnovers. We got to eliminate the penalties. We eliminate that, and we're moving the ball. We're moving the ball, and all of a sudden we got penalties. So we eliminate that, and we're going to be just fine. We're going to be just fine. There's a lot of stuff on the tape that you got to like.
I love that answer. Watch the tape. There's a lot of good stuff on tape, because honestly, he's right. He is right. If you go back and watch, the Jets offense has a lot of potential. I think their biggest weakness right now is they don't have wide receivers behind Garrett Wilson that you love. And the quarterbacks, whether it's Tyrod Taylor or Justin Fields, both have been guilty of this at times this year. They hold on to the ball for a really long time. But Engstrand as a play caller, it's kind of giving 2022 LaFleur with guys running wide open and the quarterback either being late. If they ever get Justin Fields to a spot where he's a little bit more on time, you're going to see more games like week 1 where the Jets are scoring over 30 points. But so far this year, truly, I think Tanner Engstrand is underrated and has done a pretty good job for the New York Jets in his first duty as a play caller in the NFL. Tanner Engstrand also spoke on all the pre-snap penalties.
You never like unforced errors, and those are things that we can control, and that's something that AG talked about early on, right? And I thought we'd done a decent job. Obviously, had too many last week. I think we had 6 of them last week, and that's not acceptable. And our guys know that, and we'll be better. Things that we talk about. How can we remedy the situation? And I think we put some things in place that we can go on ahead and really show improvement in that area.
He said they're going to show improvement, and they better, because 6 pre-snap penalties in a game is just flat out not going to cut it. You can't win in the NFL that way. and they are not good enough to overcome those things. In fact, one thing goes wrong, and it feels like the game completely derails for the Jets. Xavier Gipson fumble, Michael Clemens roughing the passer, the pick 6 against Tampa Bay. Pick any of the 3 fumbles the Jets had in their game against the Miami Dolphins. They're not really able to bounce back from that. And I think Tanner Engstrand is right for addressing it. And it's something they have to, not should, have to fix. You also had Steve Wilks, the defensive coordinator, share his comments on the defense, saying we all need to step up.
I think Sauce is doing a great job. When I look at myself and look at everybody on the defense, can we all do better? Of course. And I think he would tell you that, and I would tell you that myself, that we all need to step up, coaches and players.
I mean, let's be honest, he's right. He himself has to step up. I think, on first and second down, they've done a pretty good job. Will Parkinson shared a really interesting stat on Twitter about it, and, it really goes to show just how poor they are on third down getting off the field. But Wilks has to improve, and the guys who should be their better players have to improve. Michael Carter, who got a nice contract extension a year ago, has had a really bad 4 games through the season. Brandon Stevens, better against Miami, has had a really rough start to the season. Sauce Gardner, great in week 1, hasn't been nearly as good since then. They need their best players to play like their best players, and right now they just flat out aren't. So he's right. He needs to be better. The team as a whole needs to be better, and the individual players have to as well. Like, they can't be biting on the same play action bootleg pass that the Dolphins ran a million times in that game. How many times are the linebackers going to over pursue or overcommit the effort at safety from tackling? They have to change something up this week, and I'm hoping that it makes some changes because, as discussed in the video this morning, Dallas can score and score a lot. That'll do it for me in this one, guys. Thanks for hanging out. I'm Matt O'Leary. I'll catch you guys next time.